Trump's presidency is a disaster. Trump's economic policies have led to a significant increase in the cost of living, with everyday essentials like coffee and beef becoming increasingly unaffordable. The price of coffee has risen by over 10% and beef by 15% since his presidency began, making it difficult for people to afford basic necessities. This trend is alarming, as it affects not just luxury items, but the fundamental building blocks of a decent standard of living, leaving many to wonder how they will make ends meet. One of the most significant failures of Trump's presidency is his inability to deliver on promises to improve healthcare. Despite repeated vows to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, Trump's administration was unable to pass a viable alternative. As a result, many Americans continue to struggle with access to affordable medical care. The number of uninsured individuals has increased, and those with pre-existing conditions remain vulnerable to higher premiums and limited coverage options. The consequences of this failure are far-reaching, with many people forced to choose between paying for medical care or other essential expenses. For example, a study found that over 30 million people in the United States still lack health insurance, and many more are underinsured, highlighting the dire need for comprehensive and affordable healthcare reform. The failure to address this critical issue has left millions of Americans without access to necessary medical care, exacerbating existing health disparities and perpetuating a cycle of illness and financial hardship. This broken promise on healthcare is a stark reminder of the presidency's inability to deliver on its core commitments. Trump's $25 billion war spending has had a significant impact on the economy, diverting funds away from crucial domestic issues like healthcare and education. This massive expenditure has not only increased the national debt, but also led to a significant opportunity cost, where essential public services have been neglected. For instance, the $25 billion spent on war efforts could have been used to fund the entire National Institutes of Health for a year, which could have led to significant advancements in medical research and healthcare. Instead, the funds were allocated to military interventions, highlighting the skewed priorities of the Trump administration. The effects of this war spending are far-reaching, and it is the ordinary citizens who bear the brunt of these decisions, facing reduced access to quality healthcare and education. The diversion of funds to war efforts has exacerbated the existing problems in the economy, making it challenging for people to access basic necessities. This has resulted in a significant decline in the standard of living for many Americans, underscoring the need for a more balanced approach to budget allocation. As people struggle to afford basic necessities, they are finding creative ways to cope with the rising costs. One surprising trend is the rise of potatoes as a staple food, with many families relying on them as a cheaper alternative to meat. This shift towards potatoes and other affordable staples says a lot about the state of the economy, where people are being forced to make difficult choices just to get by. The fact that potatoes are becoming a go-to food source is a clear indication that many households are feeling the pinch of Trump's economic policies. Furthermore, this trend is not limited to food, as people are also seeking out other affordable alternatives in areas such as housing and transportation. The rise of potatoes as a staple food is just one example of how people are adapting to the new economic reality, and it highlights the need for more affordable and sustainable solutions to everyday needs.